Good Shabbos and Chag Urim Sameach. We begin on page, 142, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Once again, Shabbat Shalom, Chag Urim Sameach. Rabbi is not with us this evening because he is not feeling great, so we send him a refuah shlema. And we are going to start before our Shabbat candles with our Chanukah candles, and we're going to invite up all of our religious school kids and all of our religious school teachers, if you'd like to come up, to say the Chanukah blessings with me. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, mitzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avoteinu ve'imotenu, bayamim hahem, bazman hazeh. Thank you, and we're going to actually sing a little Hanukkah medley for you, so we're going to transition onto the stairs, sing along, all of our Hebrew school kids. Here we go. I had a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. O Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sevivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Sivivon sof sof sof, Chanukah hu chag tov, Chanukah hu chag tov, Sivivon sof sof sof, Chag simcha hu la'am, Nes gadol haya sham, Nes gadol haya sham, Chag simcha hu la'am. In place of Rabbi Chazak u'Baruch. Thank you, everybody. Because this family service we're having, the 6th grade especially help us lead the service, I'm going to invite up our 6th grade teachers that include myself, but also Miss Monica and Miss Elizabeth to light our Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, metzivanu lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We ask everybody to rise on page 123 as our 6th graders lead us in our Kiddush.
Shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon hilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'e kodesh, zeher litziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu b'harta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodsecha be'ahava uvratzon hilhaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. Yasher Koach. Thank you, everyone. And take a sip. Gotta take a sip. Yeah, go for it.
It's great.
I'm assuming it's not wine. Okay. All right. You may be seated. Thank you. we invite up Marin, Sky, and Zoe, sorry you just went back down, to lead us in our first reading, page 127.
There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share.
There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation.
There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal.
So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace.
We sing the beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat on page 130.
Lechu neranen al Adonai, Naria, Litzur Yisheinu. Lechu neranen al Adonai, Naria, Litzur Yisheinu, Nekadma fanav b'toda bizmirot Naria lo, Ki el gadol Adonai, Umelech gadol al kol Elohim, Asher beyado mechkerei aretz, v'toafot harim lo. Asher lo hayam vehu asahu, v'yabeshet yadav yatzaru, Ki hu Eloheinu v'anachnu, Amarito v'etzon yado.
We proceed with the pinnacle of Kabbalat Shabbat with Lecha Dodi, and we invite our choir to join me on the stairs.
Lechandodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechandodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha tishmianu, El hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem ultiferet v'litila. Lechandodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechandodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'neilcha, Ki hi mekor habracha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'asei b'machasham batechila. Lechandodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechandodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki ba'orech kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai, alayich nigla. Lechandodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechandodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela.
We rise and we face the rear of the sanctuary to greet Shabbat HaMalkah.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uv'tzohola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala lechandodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lechandodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Thank you, choir. Please be seated. We invite up Sam and David to read on page 145.
Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair.
Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways.
We continue with our Chatzi Kaddish on the opposite page.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה בעלמא תברח יירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומייכון ובחי לכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי בקודשה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה ואמרו amen.
And for those who are able, we rise for our Baruch Hu.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada da da da, 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 yada da da da. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam ba'ed, le'olam ba'ed. Yada da da da, 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 yada da da da.
Please be seated. once again invite the entire 6th grade back up to lead us in Ma'ariv Aravim, page 148.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim bechochma poteach she'arim uvit vunam mishane itim v'mahalif et hazmanim umsader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzonel borei yom v'layla Golel or mipnei hoshech, vehoshech mipnei or. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai Sebaot Shemo. El Chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
Amen and Yasher Koach. Beautiful. We sing on 150, Ahavat Olam, God's great love for the people of Israel.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shochveinu uvkumeinu Nasiach mechukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha U'b'mitzvotecha Leolam ba'ed Ki heim chayeinu Be'orech yameinu U'bahem nehgeh Yomam v'layla Ve'havatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohei b'amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam ba'ed.
Sorry to do this to you. We invite our whole 6th grade back up to lead us in Ve'ahavta, page 154.
ובכל מאודיך, והיו מעוז על ידיך, בחיות תותפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, ונהייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Chazak u'baruch. Beautiful. Oh, yes, Ava. I'm so sorry. Yes, we invite Ava and Abigail to lead us on page 157 before our Song of Redemption, Mi Chamocha.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot.
That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. That there is a better place, a promised land. That the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness.
That there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Our Song of Redemption on the next page. Yashakovach.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osei bele, Nora tehilot osei bele, Adonai meloch leolam vaed. Malchutecha ra'u banecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam, Ze'eli anu ve'amru, Ze'eli anu ve'amru, Adonai meloch leolam vaed. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da.
Our Hashkivenu, page 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, עתידנו שומרנו לחיים, לחיים, לחיים. On the next page, Vishamru. Vishameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לתורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת מעי נפש. And for those who are able, we rise for our tefillah, page 166. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Please be seated. We invite up Cora and Violet to lead us in a reading on page 173. And Willa.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. Yasher koach. On the next page, Ritzay.
Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu Be'amcha Yisrael U'tefilatam be'ahava tekabel U'tehil ratzon Tamid avodat Yisrael Yisrael amecha El karov lechol kore'av penei elav hatecha v'choneinu shefoch ruchacha ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים ברוך אתה אדוני המחזיר שכינתו לציון.
We read together at the top of page 179. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol ha-shalom. Ki ata hu melech adon בכל השלום, בטוב בעיניך, לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We take a few moments for private meditation.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart, be acceptable before you. O God, my rock and my redeemer. Ose shalom bimromav, Yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, me'imeru, me'imeru, amen.
It's at this time in our service that we think of those in our community in need of healing, of body or spirit. The congregation is specifically thinking of Barbara Edelman, Ralph Amiel, Sophia Barry, Margaret Bell, Donna Berman, Harold Seitlin, Orit Cohen, Charles Crocker, Sarah Crocker, Lydia Cutler, Laura Gordon, Luna Hollett, Drew Lawler, Evelyn Mace, Richard Magnani, Stephen Muss, Ron Ostreicher, Chad Petrosky, Malka Batrachel, Leslie Simon, Jean Sklar, Beth Warner, Brenda Weinstein, and Jason Willard. If you are thinking of someone additional whom you love and would like to share a name, please feel free to do so by rising or meeting my eyes. For all those mentioned and all those names still in our hearts, we sing Misha Berach in the middle of 371.
Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
I think very much in the spirit of Hanukkah, we have something very special this evening. We are celebrating two wonderful young people's return to Judaism, and they are going to come to the bima to receive the threefold priestly benediction. So I'd like to invite up Aaron Hollis and Sam Wallace for this momentous occasion. It's been a pleasure working with each of them, and I have no doubt they'll provide great things for our community. Please rise. And step up if you want.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha me'asem lecha shalom. Shalom. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. Mazel tov. You can be seated. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Urim Sameach. It is a pleasure to be with all you this evening. I have always found Hanukkah to be a little bit of a confusing holiday. First, the ancient story of the holiday itself, the reason we celebrate, is muddled, to say the least. As you know, the Maccabees defeated the Hasmoneans, allowing the Jews to their religious observance, and for that to resume unabated. So that's miracle number one. Number two is that only one single cruse of oil was found undefiled in the temple after its desecration. And it was only enough to burn for one night, but it burned for 8 instead. A beautiful story, probably constructed by the rabbis to give meaning to the holiday, to demonstrate divine love for Israel after an already miraculous victory. So aside from the reason for celebrating Hanukkah historically, the holiday has become much more prominent to the world, specifically the world we live in, than it is Jewishly because it's perceived in relation to Christmas. So its purpose in the eyes of many Jews, who only celebrate it in the family sense, has shifted to a family time full of physical gifts, in a way, a materialist celebration. And believe me, I loved Hanukkah as a kid as much as any other child, exactly for that reason. There is nothing wrong with spending some time with family and also receiving a few gifts in the meantime.
But perhaps in this transformation of the holiday, because of its public perception, we have an opportunity to re-examine and reframe Hanukkah. We are commanded to light the Chanukiah, as we've done this evening, but we are also commanded to share that light with the world. And when we put our Chanukiot in our windows, we're reminded that each of us has the power to shine a beacon of light into the world, even in times of great darkness such as this. Rabbi Wright has spoken the last few Shabbatot about the importance of remembering that in this dark moment, we're not Reform or Orthodox, Democrats, Republicans, we are Jews. And by doing this mitzvah of lighting the Chanukiah, we are reminded of a time when Jews refused to be anything but Jews, despite an ever-creeping darkness surrounding them. When we recite our Chanukah blessing, as we did before, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who brought about miracles for our ancestors in their days during this season. We are repeating a mantra of unity, of a people that refuses to be extinguished, that refuses to be anything other than itself. We earlier spoke about the two miracles of Hanukkah. But Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks once wrote about a third miracle. When the second temple was destroyed, many rabbis questioned whether Hanukkah should actually be abolished, as it celebrated the rededication of the temple, and the temple was no more. In at least one place in the land of Israel, there wasn't an abolition of Hanukkah. But the rabbis ultimately decided to keep it because even though the temple, the physical frame of a building, was destroyed, hope was not. The building was gone, but our memory of the story was not, nor the light of the Jewish people as it continued to shine upon the world. And that should be celebrated. We may recognize the words, Od lo avda tikvatenu, our hope is not destroyed, as part of Hatikva. The greatest miracle of Hanukkah is that hope. Because without hope, how can we bring peace to a world as we so greatly yearn for it? So this Hanukkah, let our Chanukiot shine bright, and at this difficult time, we can all use the light of Hanukkah to give us that extra bit of strength to get through our days, but we also need it to give us hope for a better tomorrow. For what is strength without hope, but a power for destruction? It's important that the Jewish world bolsters itself in this moment, but if others are also strengthened and given that hope, if they see our light and take from it a hope for a better tomorrow, then we've begun to fulfill our obligation to be a shining light to the nations. It's written in Pirkei Avot, Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, velo ata ven chorin lehibatel mimena. It is not your obligation to finish the work, but neither are you free from desisting from it. Shabbat Shalom and Chagurim Sameach. We rise for our Aleinu, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. At this time, we think of those yard sites that have fallen in the last week in this community. Rose Aarons, Daniel Alun, Jeanette Berman, Davida Sanborn Black, Jack Brickman, Irene Eagle, Leo Eagle, Abe Liggy Epsman, Sylvia Epsman, Tilly T. Feinfeld, Belle P. Gottlieb, Richard Irving Gottlieb, Henry Morton Helzberg, Carl Hess, Charlie Horn, Joyce Levine Cohen Jacobson, Benjamin Kahn, Claudia Levinson, Kate E. Malkove, Leah Ellen Marks, Henrietta Mikolov, Annie Moskowitz Miller, Flo Ruth Morris, Hank Ovson, Anne Raymond, Edna Minisman Levinson Rosen, Lily Wohl Rosenbaum, William Rosenberg, Davin Schoenberger, Ilsa Schoenberger, Jack Siegel, Sidney Seidenman, Henry Siegel, Carolyn Turner, and Marlene Waller. Our heartfelt condolences on the recent passing of Maxine Meltzer-Lerner, mother of Carol Minisman. If you are remembering an additional yard site and would like to share a name and rise, please feel free to do so at this time. We rise as one holy community to recite our Mornis Kaddish on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Please be seated. We've been closing with Hatikva most Shabbatot recently. We're going to close with something more specific to Hanukkah, but that also contains the message of Hatikva, I would like to believe. I'm going to invite our choir back up, and we're going to close with Light One Candle. Light one candle for the Maccabee children. Give thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied.
Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in. Let anger not tear us apart. Light one candle to bind us together with peace as the song in our heart. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. What is the memory that's valued so highly that we keep alive in that flame? What's the commitment to those who have died when we cry out they've not died in vain? We have come this far, always believing that justice will somehow prevail. This is the burden, and this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out.
Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom. Chazak u'Baruch to our choir and our sixth graders who did a wonderful job. Join us for our Kiddush downstairs, our Oneg. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Urim Sameach. Well, that one too. Wait until everybody's gone.